Ryan with longrangeonly.com. Today we're going to talk about the MDT Ckye-Pod. Now they make this in several different iterations. This one is the standard pull, lightweight. They make a double pull. They make a non-lightweight version. Like I said, they make several. This is the one we're going to talk about right now. I'll list the specs up here, the price up here, because I don't have those off the top of my head, and ultimately you can get those off the site anyways. It's not something that I need to be telling you. What I am here to tell you is the findings I have come across while using this over the past couple years. Okay. First of all, you know, this is a relatively expensive bipod, so it's got to have some features in order for you to want to purchase it. I do think that for the right person, this is worth the money. And the most important part is going to be the feature set. I mean, ultimately, that's really all we want out of our gear anyways. Does it do what we need it to do? Does it offer something that others don't offer? And the number one thing that this is going to offer is flexibility. A lot of different situations will be taken care of with this bipod. So, first of all, let's talk about the attachment here. It has attachments for a Picatinny rail and an Arca rail, all right there. One head, which is awesome. There are other options or accessories for other bipods that will do the same thing, but this comes with it. And when you start talking about those other bipods and you add accessories, you're gonna increase the price towards this pretty quickly. It's a quick screw on, so you don't have to set tension. You just screw it on and it'll quickly adapt to pretty much anything you're going to want to attach it to. It does have a pan feature. You can lock it out by tightening down this screw on the side here. I personally don't like pans on bipods because it can induce horizontal, and I just don't find a lot of use for it, especially if you've got the bipod not square to the barrel, so it's not perpendicular. It's going to want to make the gun recoil whatever way the bipod's tilted, and that's going to cause horizontal. Unless you do a lot of practicing in those situations, it is likely to cause a shot miss on an animal or even target whatever you're chasing. For me, it's usually big game hunting. So I would lock that out, and honestly, I'd rather just not have it. It's a feature that I don't find useful. Matter of fact, I think it's a detriment. It does come with spiked feet, and they've got claws, so they're going to go into the dirt and then hold it so it doesn't continue to sink, which I have found to be mandatory. It doesn't really matter what your situation is. If you're playing in the dirt, then you need some spiked feet, and I like the buckets that keep it from not sinking in too much. Their legs are pretty quick deployable. It is different from other ones that you've used, but you just push them forward, slide them down, and they're pretty quick. As far as deploying the legs, you just pull down, then they lock in place. To get them back, you push it, and then you just slide it up to where you need it. Like I said, it's pretty quick. It needs a little bit of oil. I've been using it for quite a while. And it is a lot easier to operate when attached to the rifle. Okay, and then so you can adjust this. You can also adjust this. So you can go clear up here. You can go one notch down, one notch over here, so on and so forth. So you have a lot of adjustability. You can put it clear here, pull this down, you can get pretty tall, and that's going to be the number one feature set that's going to want somebody to use this. The adjustability is quite extensive, and that's going to be why you would want to spend that kind of money on a bipod. Okay, now the thing that I've noticed over using it over the last couple years is it's far more adjustable than the Atlas CAL, but for whatever reason, when I am using the Atlas, it is almost always just at the right height for my rifles, especially in situations where I'm mostly shooting straight. Now, incline or decline, you're going to get into adjustability situations, and that kind of changes it. But I've just found that the Atlas is putting the reticle almost where it needs to be, and I can generally adjust what I need to adjust using the rear bag. And typically we're using our long range only bag that Jeff designed. This is almost never where I need it. So I'm always tinkering. I'm either putting one of these down or both of them down, or that's just not right. So I put this like this, and then I have to pull it out a notch or two. And it just seems a little more picky on getting it set up in the right spot. And it typically is going to be one leg clear out and the other one in the middle, which I don't really love it. I haven't noticed any problems with that, but I don't really like the idea of not having them adjusted the same. But a lot of times that'll put you in a weird situation, so then you have to kind of go all to the lowest and then pull these out a notch or two. And then that's where the problem really comes in. I couldn't figure it out for a while. I've shot this on 3 or 4 great shooting rifles, and I was getting vertical, and I really couldn't figure out what it was. And what I finally figured out was once you start getting this down more than a couple clicks, it is very finicky on the rifles that I shoot. They're very precise rifles, but they're magnums in that 7-pound range plus a scope, so 9 to 9.5 pound scope range, and it's very finicky on how much shoulder pressure you put on it. I'm not going to tell you that you can't figure out how to shoot it and still be precise. I'm just telling you that it takes a lot more paying attention to how much shoulder pressure you have over an Atlas CAL. So it is a consideration. But again, you're buying this because of the adjustability, and I think it's a great bipod for somebody who wants something that is extremely versatile in the adjustments. Okay, that's really it. It's quick, easy review. It's a great bipod. You do need to be considering when you get something that has this kind of adjustability. There's going to be a lot more slop, and typically, not only on this but on other bipods I've used in the past, once you start getting into those really versatile high adjusting or high adjustment bipods, you can run into issues where certain rifles it's finicky on how much shoulder pressure you have, a lot more so than like a Harris bipod or my favorite, the Atlas CAL. But real quick, we'll rehash. Very adjustable, it's quick to deploy, it's got several different configurations, and it's got multiple ways to attach it to the rifle, both Picatinny and the Arca, just by adjusting this screw on the side. And it's got multiple different heights that you can set it at. And I think for what you get, the price is more than fair. It offers a lot of different situations in one configuration, so you don't have to have multiple bipods or worry about whether or not you can get it tall enough to shoot off of the bipod and you have to shoot off a backpack in a situation that's less than ideal. This gives you all the adjustability that you need. So, like I said, quick, easy review. If you're looking for a extremely versatile bipod, then you should check out the MDT line of bipods. We'll have a link in the description below to a thread on the forum. You can head on over there and ask me any questions. I'll try to get those answered as quickly as possible. If you're not a member of the forum already, it's quick, it's free, it's easy to sign up, and we would love to have you. There's a lot of great information, both from the editors and forum members, without the BS. It's just a nice place to go ask questions, learn from. Maybe you have something to add to the discussion, and we would love that. Please like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on notifications so you'll be informed of future video releases. We appreciate you taking the time to watch. Have a great day.